guys, it's Adrian. Today I'm here to bring you my 2018 wrap-up and my 2019 reading goals because I decided to combine it all into one video to make my editing life a whole lot easier. Let's quickly jump into the 2018 reading goals and then I will talk to you about my 2019 reading goals. I did set myself a reading goal to read 52 books and I did meet that. I went above and beyond the 52 books. I actually read 81 books in 2018, which is the most books in one year I have ever read. Now I do have to say half of those, if not more than half of those, were audiobooks. I did a lot of audiobooks this year because I didn't have quite as much time, especially towards the end of the year, for reading, and I am a very slow reader. So the audiobooks actually helps me keep up with a lot of things. I didn't read a lot of books. I did read over 40 books, which is still really good for me, but I did do a whole bunch of audiobooks this year. I am planning to do another audiobooks wrap up and recommendations video. I did one in June and you guys seem to like them. I have since read a whole slew of audiobooks, so I've got some more recommendations for you. I've got some best and worst, but that is for a video in a later date. But for now, from the 81 books that I read this year, I actually read 31,905 pages. Now again, half of those were listened to. This year I hope to track actually how many pages I did read as opposed to just all of the books in general, because I didn't read 31,905 pages. I listened to more than half of them. But I would assume that I read a good 15,000 pages this year, which is not bad for a blind girl. I would say so myself. My average rating for 2018 was a 3.7, and that surprised me because when I was doing my top 10 video, I sort of had a hard time picking books because I didn't feel like I had that fantastic of a reading year, but 3.7 is actually pretty high for me for an average rating. So I think I was a little bit lenient, which made me realize that I need to be a little bit more, not harsh, but a little bit more critical with my rating and not just give every book a high rating, because I always feel guilty giving books low ratings because people work hard on these books. And who am I to say that they're terrible books? Like, they're just my own personal opinion, but still, I always feel a little bit guilty. But this year I'm going to try to be a little bit more realistic with my ratings because a 3.7 is too high for the books that I read this year. The most popular book that I read in 2018 was, surprise, surprise, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. I actually feel like this shouldn't count because everybody read Harry Potter, but it was the first time that I read it, so it did count. And the least popular book that I read was Wildcat by J.P. Harker. This is an indie author, and I actually read this book for review this past year, and it made it onto my top 10 list of the year. I loved this book, so if you are about supporting indie authors, I would recommend you go pick up that book and read it, especially if you love the historical fantasy genre, because it was really good. As far as which books I actually read in 2018, I did keep track of different genres, but I sort of lost track of that halfway through the year, so I can't give that to you. If you're interested in knowing all of the books that I read in 2018, you can check out my Goodreads page. It's always in the description box below. And if you're interested in knowing the top 10 videos that I have this year, I have a video out for that as well. I am coming out soon with a worst books of 2018, so that'll be coming as well. I've got a whole bunch of videos that I need to film and get out for you guys in a timely fashion. Hopefully I can do it. The next goal that I had in 2018 was to continue on with my quarterly reading challenges. I actually did do this except for the last quarter because October and November I didn't really make any videos, so I didn't do my quarter 4 reading challenge. I haven't yet decided if I'm going to do this in 2019 because I don't want to stress myself out going into the year, but I may bring them back, I may not. We'll have to wait and see. Another reading goal that I completely failed in was to continue on with my YouTube management series. I started this in 2016, I want to say, and I just never finished it. I don't think I'm going to try to do that now. It's so irrelevant, I just don't even want to talk about it. And the last reading goal for 2018 that I had was to participate in 4 readathons, and I participated in 5. So that was pretty good. I failed royally in all of them, but I did participate in 5. Alright, got my handy dandy bullet journal with all my reading goals in it. Let's talk about my 2019 reading goals. For my Goodreads 2019 reading challenge, again, I set my reading goal for 52 books. I know that I could probably read another 80 books next year. I probably could have read close to 100 this year if I didn't stop reading in October, November, but I don't know how much time I'll have for reading. I plan on doing a whole lot of audiobooks as I work, but I don't work alone, so I can't just be antisocial and plug in my headphones and listen to a book while I work. If I have days where I'm alone in the office, that's what I'll do. But as far as reading goes, I don't know how much I'm going to actually get done. I feel like 52 is a little high. I actually consider doing 40, but a book a week. I should be able to do a book a week. If not on audio, then by reading. It's just, it should be doable. Here's hoping. I also would like to complete 5 series this year. I did really well with that goal last year. I have in February my series again that I do annually, about series that I have completed, series that I'm in the middle of, and series that I would like to start. So I would like to complete 5. I'm well on my way to that already this year. I have a whole bunch of series where I just have 1 book left. So that definitely should be a doable goal. I would like to do 5 buddy reads this year. This past year, 2018, I only ended up doing 2, and that kind of is a bummer. I would really like to do some more buddy reads. So if any of you see any of the books on my TBR that you would like to buddy read with me, or you would like to buddy read a book with me in general, let me know down below in the comments and we can pick a book together, because I'd like to make buddy reading more of a priority. I do a lot of group buddy reads, but I'm not counting those. I'd like to do more one-on-one or small group buddy reads, so it's more of an interactive kind of thing. So let me know down below if you feel like buddy reading a book with little old me. Also, goal number 4, I would like to participate in 4 readathons. Here's the thing with readathons with me. I tend to not do well with them because they always come in inconvenient times. So I am not going to push myself to read a whole lot of books in the readathons. Even if I only meet 1 challenge, I would at least like to participate in 4, because it does help me especially get back into reading if I've fallen out of reading for whatever reason. But readathons are really tough for me because they're always planned at awkward moments, and I work all week. A lot of us work all week. I'm not the only one that has this problem, but I just don't have the time to sit down and read a whole lot of books a week. They stress me out. So I'm going to participate in the readathons, but I'm going to take it slow, and I'm not going to force myself to read 4 or 5 books in a week, because let's be realistic, I can't do that. A 5th reading goal that I have is to make at least 10 spoiler-free speed reviews. These are something that I started last year, where I do a book review in under 3 minutes, and I personally really enjoy making them because I can get almost as much information in 3 minutes as I would in like 12 minutes, because I'm being more concise. I think more about the review before I go in, and I babble a lot less. And you guys seem to like them. They get a lot of views over time, so I like doing them. I would like to do more book reviews, because I feel like we all say book reviews get so little views, and that is true. Like when I post a book review, it doesn't usually get a whole lot of views in that week, but over time, they are my most viewed videos, so I'm going to make book reviews more of a priority. That's it up for my 2018 wrap up and my 2019 reading goals. I hope you enjoyed this video. I love watching these videos. I love new reading goals, and I love checking in to see how we did. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you have not yet, I'd love for you to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!